right, everybody, thank you. This is episode 10, 11. I am so fucking bad at counting. Rath, is it 10 or 11? We have any idea?
10. We
10.
made it to
All right,
10.
episode 10. So I guess it's like finishing the season. Season 1 is up 10 episodes. So
Yeah,
we're finishing out with
something
fucking
like that.
Jenny Hates Techno. With Stage Banter, my co-host Rath from Rath and the Wise Guys, Rath and the Social Infants, No Vacancy Media, and some sport with Spider Band as well. I can't keep track of all the shit he does. He's making music video games as well. It's just too much shit happening with him. We are here with a band called Jenny Hates Techno from DC. I caught wind of them on the Instagram. So people actually do a page and shit. They were playing a show, MLK Library, I think it was. Was that correct? And yes. I just saw that and was like fucking dope as hell. I think Outer Loop played the same band, same show. So I was like, oh, I checked these out. I was like, this is some rad ass shit. I love it. Soul punk. I don't know what else to call it. So we're going to have a little bit of a activity here. We got John and we have Danielle. John, what instrument you play, buddy?
I play guitar.
And Danielle, how about you?
I play the instrument in my throat.
Oh, you're the throatalist. The throatalist. I love it. All right. So as you know, this is not your standard podcast. It's all about the stage banter, the good shit, the bad shit, and everything in between. So I got to ask. We got was like 4 people in your band, right? I've watched enough videos.
Yes,
I think it's 4 of you. Yeah, see, I figure shit. I do my homework. I do my studying up. All right.
Yeah.
So who does the stage banter in your things? Like, is anyone free to say whatever they want, whenever they want, or is there someone that's like the autocratic dictator of stage banter that controls what is said to the audience?
It's actually more Danielle that speaks more because you don't put me in front of a live mic.
That's dangerous to putting him in front of a live mic.
Right now. He's on a live mic, right? And you let him do this show?
You know what?
I'm on my better behavior today.
Best behavior. Also, Mercury's in retrograde. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so I'll keep my mouth fucking shut.
Don't do that. Okay. Pretend Danielle's not here. Say what you would say when you're hanging out with your buddies.
Same difference.
Right? It's John and I. Listen, our off-camera conversations, just one-on-one, insane.
Conversations ever spill out onto the stage?
Oh God, no. I think we wouldn't have anybody to follow us anymore.
Maybe. It depends. You know, they have a sense of humor.
A dark sense of humor.
You have to have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's difficult because not everyone's sense of humor is the same. And music crowd, it's depends on what audience you're playing to.
Oh yeah.
I played a show with Juliette Lewis, it feels like almost 30 years ago. And in whatever my conversation with her, and I'm going to say I had several beers in me, she stopped and told me that I was more fucked up than Woody Harrelson. And wow.
I love her.
Thank you.
That's impressive, though.
That's what I said. I was like, what did I even say? I don't remember.
You know what? No. If you got that response, it must have been wild.
I might watch People vs. Larry Flint just because after this.
That's why I don't say shit, because I'm the drummer. I just sit in the back and hit shit.
Yeah, you get enough shots of whiskey.
Yes.
But sometimes you'll write some good lyrics, ergo Neil Peart.
That's true. Charlie Benante and actually Scott Ian and Anthrax wrote the lyrics, but Charlie wrote the music. Collins, obviously. You know.
Bill Stevenson
wrote the lyrics to Descendants. Mikey Hurd, he plays drums.
Yeah. Does Dave Grohl count?
What's that?
Does Dave Grohl count? Because he plays a lot of things, actually, but his main source of drums, actually, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, except that he's not a drummer in the Foo Fighters, and I don't think his lyrics were anything that were sung in Nirvana or in Scream.
Good point.
That would be my thought.
Everlong is poetry.
Yeah, and I've never got to see Nirvana live, so I have no idea if he ever spoke or not.
Oh, that's a fair point.
I've never heard a bootleg of him ever speaking, actually. Never seen that.
I've got lots of live recordings of Nirvana. You're right, so I've never heard him speak. I bet they don't even talk much at all.
Mm-mm.
Nope. No.
I don't think they have enough life experiences
bands to like pontificate and explain their songs, or is it better to just get straight into it?
Please just get into it, because so who was it that I saw? I think it was Pearl Jam, yes, for sure. And I swear to God, it was like soliloquies, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. We came here to play.
Like an episode of Storytellers on NPR.
Oh my God. I was just like, okay, dude, like, is this your campaign for, are you running for office? And also mushrooms. So I clearly was not here for it. I was like, I need to see some music and I need to see some lights. Like, I have the synesthesia going on, and I need you to stop talking.
No stump speeches, all right? This is not Lincoln versus Douglas. Let's just get right to it and say what needs to be said. Play the fucking song. Yeah, in your videos, I think there was only one time I heard you speak, and you even like apologized for kind of like, I don't normally explain the song, but this one is important for, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I would say it incorrectly. I listened to it a couple weeks ago, but like even that was just short and to the point, and you were like almost like, I don't do this, but just this once.
Yeah, because you know what? It's interesting, because for me, I feel like well, I'm a trainer. I used to be a middle school teacher too. So like I have always, just been able to talk it up. And I just remember one time I was just so nervous. I don't know why. And I don't know what happened, but like our 30-minute set went to like 50 minutes because I filled it up with a lot of talking.
Oh,
and my sister is like my best friend. And she said, I love you, but you talk too much. And I was like, fair point. And I watched myself back, and I just, when I was watching myself back, I ran underneath the covers and like buried myself. I was like, this is embarrassing. What am I even talking about?
That's like almost the teacher disease, where we want to be the sages on the stage, and talk in class instead of letting the students do the talking. I get it. Teachers are guilty of that.
Yep. And it was
too many
definitely
vocalists as well.
Too many. Oh my gosh. Like it was also I think it was Wu-Tang, and they were talking about, don't get on the internet. The internet is trash, and screw the internet. And then they were like, follow us on Facebook. I was like, word.
What?
Cool.
What? Yeah. Well, that's the whole problem. Like, then you're inconsistent, especially if you're up there like drunk, stoned, or any other activities going on. Then what you're going to say is a bunch of mumbled, garbled nonsense. So
sounds deep in the moment.
Yeah, it could be, and sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's the best thing I've ever heard, and other times I'm like, whoa.
Not everybody's Jim Morrison.
Yeah. You ever listen to Ace Frehley? There's an entire YouTube of just Ace Frehley stage banter.
Yeah.
It's it's so like, in my own daughter's word, cringe. I'm like, whoa.
It might have been like a sermon. Like, listen, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm here to be the musician. Like, just like in church, you've got the song section.
Yep.
Let the song section be the song section.
And then you got the homily. Oh, I used to teach at the Catholic school, and the one priest, the kids would worship him because we'd always miss first period because he would just talk and talk and talk, and they didn't care what he had to say. They just loved that they didn't have math that day.
That part.
They're like, oh,
we're gonna have a quiz.
If you have any questions, and then he'll like go off on things like, and they would just be like, oh yeah, I got it. They didn't have no questions. They just knew that he loved to tell stories, and like, ooh, stage banter. You find it in the oddest places.
Oh yeah.
So I'm typically the speaker, because there's a mic in front of my face. But then I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to fill in this gaps between our songs with more music.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather that. Because like not give anybody a break to think, and like, yeah, that to me spells like you guys are tight. You guys are on it.
my bass player just talked about doing that at the last practice. He wants to like program weird nonsense sounds, like just weird different shit in between stuff.
Yeah.
Those songs are only about 1.5 to 2 minutes long, but we stop for like, a little bit, and then never happens. Our singer announces the name of the song every single fucking time. Sorry, Mike, I love you, buddy, but like every song announce the name of the song. That's all you do. That's our entire stage manager is announcing the name of the fucking song. But like, my bass player Ralph's like, oh, we should start playing like weird fucking music and crazy shit in between there. They're like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, all right, as long as this doesn't, it was like, we don't need it to happen too long, because we like to be done in 25 minutes. If we get over before people hate us.
Right? Before they realize, like, oh, wait, do I like them?
Exactly. I'm always like, it's like the first 10 minutes you like them, maybe you're getting to like them. The next 10 minutes you really like them, and then 10 minutes later you're like, I need someone to call me, get me out of this date. I'm done. Like
this is old.
This is over. Yeah, it's like that first impression. You want to get off with it and leave them thinking it was great.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
when you're at a party, you don't want to belabor your conversation with them. You want to talk to them, make sure they've shared, you've shared, and then you want to move on, so you don't feel like you've trapped them in a corner and that you're the only person they're going to talk to the whole night.
Right. Right. And what you said is so funny, because like I never say the name of the song before the song, because I'm like, it's in there somewhere. You'll figure it out.
Usually, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like, it's fine. It's punk rock. The song name is where it is, and maybe I can understand the lyrics. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
That part.
I want to enjoy myself and dig the music.
Exactly. Exactly. Am I grooving or what? Like,
yeah. Or as they say, my vibing now. I think the vibe is the thing. Rath, you're kind of young. Is it vibe?
Yes, that's what Doll Riot said. Vibe a lot.
Yeah, they did.
They're from California though, so
yeah, they're like underage, like at least under 21. So, vibe.
Nah.
Versus vibe. He's young.
Well, there's some validity to it, but still.
Yeah. So you don't practice any stage banter, like you're like sitting there in your band, like, do you practice stage banter?
No, absolutely not. I tried that one time, and I definitely was like, this feels awkward. It's not authentic. There's nothing for me to talk about. Like, ooh, yeah, these walls about them. So yeah. No.
It's hard. It's like, I found it's even hard just to like practice having stage presence in practice.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have my full but I just want to play the song tight.
Right.
And make sure I have it. And I'm like,
But see, I find if we're playing the song tight, like I'm naturally going to be moving, because we write it so you're moving, you have movement, and so like just the stage banter, it's like I'm bad at small talk in the first place. I have ADHD. Like, what the fuck? What am I going to talk about?
Oh, I think the punk rock community is basically pure ADHD. That's why the songs are so short.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody can pay attention.
Like, I can't do it.
Yes.
I can't do it.
It's like, hit it, gone. Okay.
I read reviews, and I probably said it at least 3 or 4 times. Like when there's a song that's over like 4 minutes long, I'm like, I normally can't make it through a song this long. I'm usually like feeling the urge to like skip ahead, even if I like the song, because I just can't handle it. But I dug this one. I made it all the way through one time. Couldn't listen to it again, but made it through one time.
Because you're supposed to have movements. You're supposed to have movements so it feels like different sections of different songs. And then with the wraparound, it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
But it's hard to do that over that length of time because, like the standard song, verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, right? And so it's like, okay, if you're going to make it long and you keep that same framework, you're just playing the verse really long, or you have a really long ass bridge, or an unnecessary guitar solo.
Unnecessary.
Doesn't always need it. That's one of the reasons I'm like, man, if I hear a metal song and there's no guitar solo, I'm like, look at you showing restraint. Look at that. If a punk band is like, oh, you threw in a little saucy guitar lead, that's okay. A little solo. It happens.
We're a Motorhead fan in this case, actually, right? Because they basically play lives.
Say again?
We're a Motorhead fan in this case, because I remember somebody described them as like Motorhead the guitar player from Motorhead plays the guitar solo long enough to open a beer up. And I'm like, that's a great description, you know?
That is. And I love
Just-
Motorhead.
Who doesn't?
Well, I was in St. Petersburg when Lemmy died, and I walked into a bar covered in like metal and punk stickers, and everyone was wearing black and tattoos.
Yeah.
And I was like, dudes, why aren't y'all playing some Motorhead? Lemmy died, and the bartender was like, "Who's Lemmy?" I was like, "I'm gonna go somewhere else."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, "No,
You're not my people."
I'm like, you're just perpetrating.
You will not gain my patronage.
I was like, I'm gonna go across to
Wow.
the Dapper Duck or something over here, and I'm gonna have like a beer with people who are at least honest about who they are.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna pretend to hang out with people that get me if you don't know who Lemmy. And I don't mean to sound like a gatekeeper asshole, but like that's just
This is
basic.
some basic shit.
That's basic, right?
Yes.
I was like, I mean, if you're 15, it's fine. 16,
You're still learning and everything.
You're still
but
learning. I
if you
remember
were
being on
there-
tour once, and my bass player pulled aside some kids at a house show we played, and he like explained to them the importance of Lemmy and Motorhead. Like just had a discussion, and this was like 2003, 2004, just like going, listen, you have to understand.
Let me educate you.
But he didn't
you
do it
go.
on stage. It was side stage banter.
There you go. That makes
That's
sense.
it. That
Stage banter.
that part. That's the best. Well, that's not the best part for me either. I get off stage and like I've left it all and all that energy, and people start coming up to me like, "Hey, let me talk to you." Like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no.
oh my God, I'm exhausted.
We've never really talked about that. How do we handle the side stage banter? Like that's who handles that? Who handles the crowd after you're done and they're over at your merch table and they want to talk to you and tell you how much they enjoyed the show? Who handles that?
My wife.
I think we kind of
Jeez.
trade off though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do trade off. Well, you three trade off, and I'm done. I'm so pooped. I will try to walk around, but I'm too short. I'm 4'11". I'm 4'11". So the likeliness of me getting high-fived in the face by somebody, just like, is so high that I'm just like, you know what? Let me get out of the crowds because this is too big of us. So many people and so many tall people. I'm probably gonna get hurt at some point.
I would love to be that guy, but I play the drums and I always have to take my shit off stage and tear it down because you don't tear it down on stage, drummers. You tear your shit down on stage, I'll fucking kick you in the nuts. You take your shit off stage and tear it down off stage and let the other drummer put their shit up, okay? Don't be taking your cymbals off on the stage. Don't. Do not.
He's
And
right.
don't let those string players help you because then you're going to lose their shit. And I guess I'm talking about bass player and guitarist again here because they left my cymbals in Philly. Don't trust string players. Never trust a string player.
And then everybody else who wants to talk to them are like, "Can I help you?" So I could just talk to you. It's like,
And I'm like, oh, I'm out of breath. I'm packing up. I'm like, I would love to talk, but I have to carry him the shit. Usually, like my band Calling Dead in Florida, our singer, she would run to the back and sell the merch and talk to people and be all polite, like, because I'm packing up. But I'm pretty gregarious. I'd be happy to like sit around and talk to people all day long.
But you know what? You just made mention. I'm like, damn, we haven't even sold merch in so long. Like we just, like that's, I feel like there's so many things that we got to figure out something that's just not the normal. But I guess, I don't know.
You like Fugazi and you don't sell merch?
It's really limited run stuff. It's really limited run. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, limited run.
Yeah,
and mostly afterwards, like I get so tired. I'm like, I don't want to take these fucking stickers home. Just here.
No, give out the stickers.
Yeah.
I just had a guy on a record I put out, Jacob Danielson Moore, and he's like, he calculates like how many records to like bring and merch to bring and pre-order for like a tour. He's like, well, this amount many people I expect to be at the show. 5% of the people will buy one thing, so I make sure that I have enough things so that 5% of the people that are going to attend can buy one thing, and then he buys exactly what he thinks a good mix of T-shirts, hats, stickers, CDs, records, and that's what he rolls with. He doesn't have a big inventory. He's like,
that's good,
sometimes I underestimate, but he's like, I don't like to have 500 T-shirts I'm going to have for a year.
Right? Next thing you know, the stickers ain't sticking.
Yeah, and like, I'm bored with that T-shirt design, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly.
All right, so we got a game for you. I'm going to tell you the name of a song, and then I'm going to give you a 10-second countdown. And at the end of the 10-second countdown, one of you has to do the introduction. Now the question is, do I make John do it? Or do we let it just... Oh, look at Danielle's face for those of you
so
watching on
good.
YouTube. She's like, don't you fucking dare.
Yes, no, do it.
Do it? Okay. Look at that, John. She's doing you. All right. So I'm going to hit it, and you're going to have 10-second countdown, and then for 30 seconds, you got to talk about the song and introduce it for 30 seconds. Can you handle that? He's pondering if you can handle it.
You, John. Can you handle it, John?
Fuck it. Why not?
Why the fuck not? Exactly.
Sure.
That's how we're going to do it. All right. So the name of your song is Promise, and the countdown starts now.
You want somebody like you really felt that
you don't talk till the countdown's over. Stop.
All right.
Pay attention to the rules, young man.
What about I pay attention to the rules in the first place?
The rules are I play a 10-second countdown, giving you 10 seconds to think, and then you get 30 seconds to talk.
All right.
Okay. It's my podcast, my rules.
All right. It's going to be sure I get it right, though.
Talk.
You have like one person you thought you're going to make sure that your whole life is going to be stuck with, right? You and them just going to make sure, right? But then you realize something just didn't fit out right. And apparently they made sure that they promised you they're going to be there for you, but it just apparently just won't work after all, right? So you have to make a promise to yourself that you're going to be stick to your guns no matter what, actually, right? So this one right here, this one's called Promise.
All right. Not bad. How do you do, Danielle?
Good. He got the context. He got the feeling of it. There was some repetitiveness, but you know what? Like you got it. I think that people are going to get the point.
I like how she muted herself to make sure she didn't jump in.
She's the one that wrote this one, actually. So I kind of felt like, I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Well, now we got to hear the song.
All right.
Because otherwise, what's...
What qualities in me make me so unlovable, so unreachable, so unteachable? What qualities in me make me so untouchable, so incapable? And I promise you I'll never feel like this again. And I promise you I'll never feel like this again. And I promise you I'll never feel like this again. And I promise you I'll never feel like this again. Everything I long for seems so further out of reach.
All right. Is that awkward listening to your own music?
No.
It used to be. It used to be. But then I'm like, yeah, because I remember how I felt when I wrote this and how, yes, it feels good.
Good fucking song.
Right? This one's fucking awesome, you know. Right, I first heard the demo for this, and it was a really weird part of my life, and this really pulled me through. So this is a great fucking song. I'm going to tell you the truth.
And that bass line. I
Oh,
love that bass line.
Yeah.
Oh man, the bass lines are always like just funky and heavy. I start off mentally writing the bass lines and then the drums and then build from there because I'm a trombone player first. So
See, but it's like, I go to a lot of hardcore punk shows in my life, right? And you might hear a song that plays like bass, like, Flea a little bit from like Red Chili Peppers, or like Matt Friedman from Rancid, or you have those ska bass players. But that shit is like just straight up like funk, reminds me of like go-go music sort of stuff that you would hear. So it's like, okay, like
seeps
this,
in.
that's DC though. I mean,
Yeah, we had to have a
that's
little
straight up
DC something in there.
You know,
The
that's
breakdown is kind of a callback to a backyard band. The little
Facts.
breakdown is like, it's kind of the
Facts.
Unabomb beat.
I'm glad you caught it too.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I know I set you guys up, but I grew up in the DC area from '92 to 2008, playing shows and going to shows. And one of the things I always said about like DC or special is that you would have funk bands and punk and metal and stuff all on the same thing, and it didn't matter. Like I said, it's just got that groove, and we're all part of the same like community. So it was just part of it. I mean, yeah, there's still the obvious separations and stuff, but like there was always a spirit of being able to do that within the DC realm. And then I moved down like to Florida, and not only did they always want it to just be punk shows, but if you get like one guy playing an acoustic guitar, like, well, we're going to book a show with one acoustic guitar player, so the other 3 people have to be acoustic guitar players.
100%.
Like, do they?
yeah.
Do I have to have 4 hours of acoustic guitar? Is that what has to happen?
Is this a folk punk show?
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of go-go and punk, if I mention the name Geppetto, does that ring any bells?
It does. But like vague bells, because I'm
There
old.
was this one band years ago, right? There was this band called Geppetto, spelled Jeppetto, right?
Yeah.
And they were this rock band that mixed go-go actually, and they kind of got lost in the shuffle. I talk to the bass player a little bit sometimes. I think he works over in broadcasting now, but
There was a band called Miscellaneous Seeds, early 2000s, and they did a great job of mixing like funk and punk rock and hip hop all in there. Like not in the way that like Papa Roach or Limp Bizkit did, metal and hip hop, like, but in a real just like, oh, this was just it was so good. I used to love playing with those dudes. They were great.
Lovely.
And it's like there's a rhythm to the city that like is kind of in between, goes in and weaves in and out of genre. So that's what's really, really cool. Like even Dave Grohl talking about how Cameo that it's all interwoven with all of our music. It's like one good person that I've been listening to lately, podcaster Luxury or something like that. I guess his name is Luxury. He showed how there is so much of those layers that were interwoven, and like oh shit, I can't even remember who it was, but there was a lot of this metal even behind Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson, and Britney Spears Toxic. I'm like, holy there's somebody who's doing screamo behind there. Like, come on now. All this stuff is interwoven. There's nothing new under the sun.
Sure, you can move back to like, take like Beastie Boys when you had like Kerry King from Slayer playing on like No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Now that first band I played, just to make sure the sound worked, that's a band called Ma'afa from New York City. But they're
Flora.
Flora. Yeah. I played Flora's like 15th and 16th birthday shows. And Flora's like on a mission to like prove that like Afro-Brazilian beats are the beats of all like modern music, and that we just have incorporated in that the punk beat. It's like it's literally just all there. So like, why shouldn't we be mixing?
What's the difference between the praise break and the D beat and praise break? What's the difference?
Right. There's no so it's funny because John and I, we actually, when we first got together, we used to do like play around with some jam and stuff. We did a praise break like you were in the church, when the pastor has this moment of like in the middle of the sermon, and I said to God, all of that, and you've got the organ playing with the drums, and then at the very end, after he says his like final point, then all of a sudden the drums go do 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 do, with the bass and the organ. So we were playing around with that. Yeah, playing a guitar riff to that, and I was like, oh shit, double time it. Punk. That was our first punk song.
That's what I'm saying, right? There's a band I played with a couple months back called Winter Wolf. 2 bass players, lead singer dances around like if James Brown was a Pentecostal minister. And it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? And why is not everybody watching this? And why do I even play in a band if there's a band this fucking good out there? Like, I should just stop. Like, I should seriously just stop. Well, no, because if I stopped, I wouldn't have seen him because I wouldn't have played the show.
Right.
Like, I'm okay. I'm okay being the adequate appetizer before the main course. I'm all right with that.
I love that. The adequate
I'm okay with being the
appetizer.
adequate appetizer. I will take it.
Oh shit, you just gave me an idea. The adequate appetizer.
Adequate appetizer. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh gosh.
All right, Raph, you ready to do the next bit, sir? You got your script?
I feel better with you doing it.
I'm fine.
Okay, so
doing
this is part of the game. This isn't a,
part of the game. You got to guess who stage banter this is.
Part of the
You
game.
got ready to get this party
It's me
started?
being weird.
You are
It's
being
part of the
weird.
game. It's
Shout
part of
out to
the
all
game.
the party people in the house tonight. Where are my party people at? Check it. All my party people. I want you to do all this for me. If everybody came to Boogie Down, let me hear you say yeah. If everybody came to Boogie Down, let me hear you say yeah. You all ready to party out there? I said, y'all ready to party out there? Let me see all my party people.
I'm sipping my
Shine the
tongue, too.
spotlight on them. Is the party out there? Is the party out there?
is it like every 90s rapper?
Exactly.
Like
This is kind of big right here.
I mean, like Biggie.
It's not a rapper. It's local
Shit.
to DC.
It's
Okay.
it's DC.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's you said
Alright.
it's DC. Is that
I said
true?
DC.
Is it true?
What about over here? Is there a party? I think you're all ready for the remix.
What'd you say?
We just having fun up here, y'all. We all ready to get out here, y'all, before we go? I need to know something. First of all, amen. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all tired yet? Are you tired yet? Are you tired yet? You ain't tired yet. Tell me what you want to do,
So I'm
what you
tipping
want to
my tongue. I
do.
know
What you
exactly
want
what
to
you're
do? You want to drop this what?
Okay, I lived a sheltered
You wanna drop
fucking
the who?
life.
You want to drop the what?
I wanna
Let's
say-
drop the-
It's Big Tony. Drop the bomb.
It's the drop the
It's
bomb.
Big Tony. Drop the bomb.
There you go.
Damn.
Damn, that was so long. Listen,
Listen,
if I was
you
there,
had
I'd
me
have
at-
been like, God, can you
You have me
restart?
too. If you said say what, then it would have made way easier. But okay, that makes a lot of sense. You had me there because
God.
I was like, okay, it's DC, so I'm like, the way he's talking is either Big Tony or Chuck Brown here. I'm like, oh, thank God I went with my first mind.
Okay, but to be fair, I grew up in
Yeah.
Nebraska and I still got that one. So sort halfway.
Nebraska.
In fairness, Trouble Funk really was way bigger than people realize, actually, right? I mean,
Yeah,
people
they
right here,
were. Listen, I
Joe
I
Budden
heard
sampled them.
no, I heard even doing the butt when I was living in Germany. So
Yeah.
EU. Fact, I was actually remember Marcus Miller.
Trouble Funk is just great. And so like there was so much live footage. It was not even a problem for me
Go-Go
to
was
find some of
everywhere.
him talking. And I enjoyed just like playing it in my car and like just listening to it and like, you know, taking screenshots of like the moments where he did like long rants. And my daughter, my 12-year-old was like, oh yeah, this is good, Dad. I was like, fuck yeah, it is. It's Trouble Funk, kid.
But let me tell you something. To hear Wrath having done that, and I wish he would have done it and done it in a monotone, that would have been fucking awesome and epic. I would have been like,
Right?
yes.
You heard my impression.
Is the party up there? Is a party
Nah.
there? What about over here? There a party?
Nah.
No,
couldn't?
It would have
honestly,
been so bad right now.
Here's the kicker.
that
get
that
Big
needs to
Tony-
be a game. Somebody needs to do a game of monotone lyrics, and you have to guess the artist and like fucking
This
song.
is the lyrics of the song.
Actually, the funny thing about it is, if you just really deepen your voice like that, I would have figured out Big Tony first time around. It's like, I've actually talked to dude. I'm like, his voice is like deep as shit. Like, it's like some people say they speak from their stomach. He speaks from his feet. All right.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
it's you know, I wish I could
Southeast
say that I've
Barry
seen
White.
them live personally, but I have not, and
I have. They're
I
awesome.
wish I had. I never got a chance to.
They're still playing.
Oh, I know.
Go for it.
I don't plan on it. They just dropped a new live album, live New Year's Eve, and
They
my
did.
question on the Facebook to him is it out on vinyl? Because I'm like, oh, if it's not Trouble Funk, if you're listening to this, there's a guy I know that puts out live albums on vinyl.
Mm,
Talking to you, Trouble Funk. I'm that guy.
mm. Mm-hmm.
Gnarly.
Talk to me.
That's what we needed. We need to be able to feel that because vinyl, you could feel it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can feel it. Yeah, I mean, the hard part was not having the callback response from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
what
the thing
makes
is,
it-
but you can just like James Brown and the Family when he did the whole. Think.
Think. That was
And
Glenn Collins.
you heard the audience member, and it became a part of like many
Oh,
rap
yeah.
albums.
Yeah,
So,
No, I
response.
just couldn't read it. I heard the audience of the thing saying it back.
yeah,
I should have had like RATH be the audience.
Well, that would have been.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That would have been better.
Even better. Even better.
One of us could have read it straight. The other one was like screaming at the top of our lungs like we're raging.
Oh my
But good
God.
job. You caught it. Good job catching it.
I'm impressed.
I mean, as you said, it could have been any 90s hip hop artist as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just
It
kind of
took-
straight up.
I admit it. It's like if one of y'all deepened your voice, then it would have been like, okay, now I know what it is.
I
But
got you. I can do it like this. Everybody, it's a party over here. It's a party over there.
Okay, I'm
Actually, sounds
competitive. I
pretty
want a
cool.
second one. I want a second one.
let's do it again.
I don't have a second one.
Dang it.
Got it then.
I mean, we can
Oh,
pull one of the
man.
old ones out of the hat.
Hmm.
You know, the old ones, RATH. You want to read an old one to them, see if they can guess it.
Oh, God.
Oh, you are
You
tired.
hate me, don't
It's
you?
lame.
No.
Is this your last day before leave? Before
Oh,
you go
not
on leave,
yet.
Raph?
Oh, no. No. I
You have to
just
work
a
tomorrow?
child. Just a child. That's all.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
even-
Two children.
Not even that crazy.
Oh, your kid is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Your kid is wild. Your kid is wild.
No.
No, this is my cheers to being off for the remainder of the year. I can't. No, it was
Yeah.
use it or lose it because I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't go back to class and work until the 17th. So.
Mhm.
Gnarly.
See, this justifies. No, it doesn't justify teacher salaries, but
No. You know, my teacher salary in Florida before I moved up here was 46 grand a year, and that's with a master's degree.
the fuck.
What the fuck, right?
That was mine in 2007 when I started my first year with
Yeah.
only a bachelor's in
That was
DC.
me teaching
area.
15 years with a master's degree. I can do some stage banter on that shit.
Ugh.
Is it okay to discuss your wage on stage between songs
Ooh, is it okay to discuss
with your
weight?
coworkers?
Interesting. Oh, with my coworker.
With your
No,
coworkers.
no. The thing is, I'll take them out. I'll take them out to lunch and brunch when we're having just regular transparency in the workplace. That's what's gonna make shit change. I will say my salary to my coworkers like in a second.
As you should. As you should. All right. That brings us into our next segment. Fuck yeah
Okay.
and fuck no.
Yeah.
We're gonna like discuss whether you can like say things on stage or not, and then
Ooh.
I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, and then we're all gonna either say fuck yeah or say fuck no.
All right.
Right.
Fun.
And to make sure I'm a visual guy too, so we'll do fist in the air for fuck yeah and a middle finger for fuck no. All right, when I say 3, 2, 1, and then you got to do it right away. 'Cause
Okay.
if you hesitate, then you're that dick who's waiting to see what everyone else decides first, so you're not the person left out.
All right.
Right? Don't be that person.
No, I'm highly opinionated with these types of things.
Yeah, and
Yes,
I am
yes.
too.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. See, I got my hands ready.
But I'm actually gonna I'm gonna freestyle a little bit off of what RATH just said about salaries. Is it okay for bands on stage to bitch about how they don't get paid for being in a band? 3, 2, 1. Fuck no.
Fuck no.
I think it
'Cause you're
depends
doing
on
it for
how
the wrong
funny it
reason.
Wait,
is.
RATH
Exactly.
RATH is like halfway. Come on, RATH. What's up, buddy?
I mean, if you're funny, it can pass. But if you're not funny, if it doesn't land, then you sound like an idiot. So-
That's a valid point too.
If you're
So I
making
mean,
a
if you're
joke,
willing to take the risk, that's up to you.
And if
But
you're
if
making
you're just
good money, you
whining.
sound like a dick.
Yeah.
if you're just whining about it,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
not even an emo song, and you're whining about it.
Like even self-deprecating humor for the ones who are making good money and making a living off of
Yeah.
it, it still comes off as like, oh, you're pompous. I'm not supporting you anymore.
Right.
Correct.
All
Right.
right. How about, is it ever okay to spend time asking your bandmates what they want to play because nobody has a set list? 3, 2, 1. Fuck no. Be ready to play your fucking songs.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have stage banner, I don't want it to be, hey Danielle, what are we playing next? I don't know, John, what do you want to play? I don't want to hear that shit.
Nah.
No.
I mean, are we doing like cover songs, like a whole cover set where we're taking tips for people to suggest songs? Like, what
No.
the fuck is this?
You're playing
I'm
your own
getting
shit.
paid.
Exactly.
to
No.
Stand in a
Hey,
corner. of
hey,
a
John,
smoky
what are we gonna
bar.
play? No, I'm the person. Listen, that would be fucking embarrassing. And I'm the person, the front person that I will turn the fuck around so nobody sees me, and I'll look at the person dead in their face and be like, "Don't fucking
She
embarrass
will
me.
too.
I swear to God. I swear to God. If you
That's
embarrass me,
awesome.
I'm gonna come unplug your shit." And I've done it before. Walked behind, danced, and unplugged somebody's shit because I was like, "You didn't tune the fuck up." No, absolutely the fucking
Oh, I
not.
like being in a band with you.
She'll do it.
I can't take it.
That's like, I remember when the one band I used to be in the DC area, we would cut songs. I'm like, why are we cutting? Like, it wasn't because there was anything wrong. They just decide they don't want to play it, or they're tired and don't feel like screaming another song. And I'm like, nah, it's
No.
fucking on the set list. We fucking play it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the list.
It
We
literally
have the.
confuses me to not play it. Like the
That's
whole
it.
discussion back and forth. We play minute-long songs. By the time I understand what you want me to do, we could have played the fucking song.
That part is exactly. And you know what? Honestly, that's what the stage banter is for, so you can get your shit together. You know, if the guitarist and the bassist needs to tune up to each other, okay, I'm gonna give you some stage banter, and I'm like try to interact with people or whatever. But other
Exactly.
than that, like now we're ready. Let's go.
So stage banter is purposeful. It's
Yeah.
supposed to fill in the gaps when your guitarist is tuning in. Fucking A, you better have a tuner. Don't be tuning in and shit by ear on the stage, motherfucker.
Hell no.
God,
Fuck no. No.
And you better have a second guitar.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like,
I
I'm gonna
agree.
give the name of the band. I
John,
love
John,
the
you do
band.
it some.
That was-
You've only done it one
I've done
time,
it twice. You know,
twice.
I've done that twice actually.
Oh, were they both the Anacostia Arts Center?
and you didn't have a
I'm
backup
blanking
guitar?
out right now. Actually,
Did you break a string?
I've never broken a string on stage.
Oh.
But where's some fucking wood?
No,
So now-
I
know.
was at fest.
See, right
And,
now I gotta
people
see.
fight to
Right
get
now
on
after this
fest.
shit. See, right now I gotta get two guitars right now. Actually, because this clip's going to be taken out of context, but that didn't age well. Great, now I got to do that shit now.
Yeah, no, you have to have two guitars.
So
You
what?
have to.
So for alternate tunings.
Well, it's not even about that. It's just
No.
I've seen
No.
bands break a string, and you've got a 25-minute set, and then you've got to change a guitar string.
That's a good point. We all done with Martinez.
You ain't got time for that shit.
No,
Yeah,
you
good point.
don't.
I saw this one show once where the band broke the guitar string and didn't have a string, and then someone ran outside to get them a string from their stuff. Then they came back, brought the string. In the meantime, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's
That is-
literally like 15 minutes later, and
Oh,
you still haven't
God.
finished changing your guitar string yet.
This is not a musical where there's a fucking intermission. Like, what in the world?
Every second must have felt like a minute.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'm like, if I was up there on the drums just sitting there waiting for you to figure this shit out.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that just like gave me agita. I can't. But you know what though? Being in a marching band was kind of like that too. Like with a trombone, you know, you constantly have to deal with spit, right? Like you just all the spit. But when you're marching for an HBCU, when you're marching for an HBCU, you can't like let the spit dribble back. They expect you to just blow it, just keep going. But if you're marching for the traditional marching bands, you have to just tip it up and just let it dribble down your chin and then keep going. Like it is
Cultural differences.
Yeah, it's rough.
There are nuances between.
You know, and like marching bands, I feel like their marching is their stage banter, right? It's like that's how they communicate beyond the music. Is and I saw a marching band at a college. I won't name the college. I don't want to embarrass the college, but it was the worst marching band I've ever seen in my life, and I have seen
What are your
my
initials?
marching bands, and it was like I was embarrassed for them.
Wasn't an HBCU. It was
It was
not an
not.
HBCU.
Hell no.
Most certainly, it was not.
Correct.
It was most certainly not. They were playing
Everybody would have known.
Joan Jett's. I love rock and roll, and I couldn't recognize the
Oh,
song.
no.
The color guard dropped the rifles. It was like, there was
Oh.
no one in sync. I was like,
They were
"Oh, this
playing
is so fucking terrible. I don't even know what's happening right now."
Some of
They were
them were
playing the Naked City
marching on the
version.
1 and the 3. Some were marching on the 2 and the 4.
Oh, I was like, I have never. It was like the Germs were a marching band. It
The
was
Captain
so,
Beefheart version.
it was so fucking bad.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Now I'm kind of curious. What would it sound like if a marching band did a Captain Beefheart cover?
Oh,
Frown lamp, everybody.
that'd be rad.
Mm-hmm.
Are they playing it right? Nobody can know.
All right.
Oh,
So
man.
I think we already kind of ran over like political messages earlier when we talked about the storytellers. So my last question of this segment, and this is like a new idea I have in my head, that wearing a band's t-shirt is a form of silent stage banter. Is it ever okay to wear your own band's t-shirt on stage? Fuck
Hell
no.
Fuck no.
Unless you're on tour and you've lost every t-shirt you had and they're all sweated through and you need a dry fucking shirt, but you should turn that shit inside out.
True.
Fuck that. I'm wearing a bra. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
The only band I've ever seen close to ever doing that was Fishbone, but they have like jumpsuits and everything, and it's like a logo on it though. So
The thing is, that's different. It's a logo. It's
logo.
It's a little different.
It's iconography as opposed to
exactly.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the ladies licking in the background with the no nose ladies,
Yeah,
right?
that's iconic right there.
It's
The iconic.
it goes on to, we went over this like recently, is like going to see the band and wearing the t-shirt of the band you're going to go see. Everyone already knows you like the band, that's why you're going to see them, so wear a different t-shirt.
You know what you do? You wear a band shirt that's adjacent to that sound. Like I saw Fishbone.
Okay, so no. I disagree with that, because when I went to the Rage Against the Machine show, I had a classic T-shirt that somebody was willing to pay $1,200 for off my back, because it was from the Rock the Bells show.
Oh.
So I wore that one, and people were looking like, "The fuck, you're a fan."
Different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
That is an exception, right?
Yeah.
Or like, I couldn't have gone to see Rage, and I could have had my Lollapalooza shirt from like 92 or 93 when Rage played.
That's acceptable too.
Listen, you
that's
would have gotten
acceptable.
like $3,000 for that thing.
I don't know what happened to that shirt. I wish I still have my Guns N' Roses Metallica Faith No More shirt from like 91, 92.
Has anyone ever seen this one T-shirt with that band called Higher Fire? The picture of Richard Pryor.
No.
My buddy had a copy of
Higher
that.
Fire.
My buddy Corey had a copy of that, but it got stolen, right? And they've been looking for another one for years. So I was wondering, has anyone ever seen this kind of shirt?
Well, you know, they have resellers that are like almost like black market T-shirt
They
resellers.
have tried. They had to sell on a bootleg.
Damn.
I tend to think of like, if you wear the band's t-shirt to the show, it's like you're going to a sporting event. Like, I get it. You go to a sporting event, everyone goes to an Eagles game, you all wear an Eagles shirt, right?
Okay.
But like, we're all at the show.
Exactly. There's a nuance in it, though. There's a nuance between the two cultures.
You don't see a sea of people wearing the band's t-shirt.
Like, all right, here's a great.
They're all black anyway.
But you know what? No, like
the
when
shirts. Yeah.
Shit.
Like,
oh my god!
I blanked out for a second. I have a splitting headache right now.
How red did my face get? Woo! That was great.
They want to let me in front of a mic.
No, I thought that, but then I had a moment of pause, and I'm like, he's talking about the shirts.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, you
Jesus
said
on a
it. See, John is my anger translator, or my just like.
You're all about to go, fuck you, Scott. I was like, no, not what I said. Not what I said.
Oh God. Mm-mm-mm.
So let's go over a next skit is about cliches. I'm going to play a little intro music for you. And then we're going to talk about stage banter cliches. So it's one of my favorite skits because it leads into another fun game.
I am a cliche. I'm cliche, I'm cliche, I'm cliche, I'm cliche, I'm cliche, Singapore, I'm cliche, live next door, I'm cliche, not mean, I'm cliche, painting.
All right. So, by the way, you know who that was?
X-ray specs, polystyrene,
Look at
lead singer.
you. Fine, be that way. Have knowledge.
Meh.
Meh, meh. So, what are some of the cliches that we hear people say at shows? The same things, bands say the same fucking thing over and over again.
How's everybody feeling?
How's everybody feeling?
And everybody goes, woo! It's not even a feeling. Everybody's feeling woo? Like, what the fuck is that?
Good.
Woo!
I'm all right.
And why do they do it in
Fine.
an octave? And why do they always do it an octave higher than their speaking
They
voice?
do. Everybody feeling, how's everybody feeling? Woo!
The fuck? Dude, where the hell did... Why do you sound like Marge Simpson right now? What the fuck? It's like,
Everyone
I never...
says, tip your bartender, but did they ever walk over and tip their bartender right at that moment? No.
They never tip the bartender.
I always tip my
Like,
bartenders.
no, they never tip the bartender because you've said it.
Yeah.
They've already been tipping the bartender the entire
course.
fucking time.
We already did,
Look
motherfucker.
both ways before you cross the street.
Like, duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
Flush the toilet when you're done. Put the seat down. If you're already doing it, you're already doing it. Right? You're
Just
not
the
gonna be
tip.
like, wow. You know, I've spent the last 30 years saying fuck you to the bartenders, but since that band told me to tip them, I'm gonna fucking do it now. Thanks for the advice, bartender. I didn't know I had to do that. I will tip the bartender.
Mm-mm-mm.
What else we hear them say?
What's another thing I want to say?
Um,
Insert city.
Oh yeah,
Weird way to say it.
Insert City rocks or Insert City's the best.
Always in a weird Marge Simpson
Baltimore,
voice.
how you doing?
How you doing tonight? Baltimore.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Like
You're in
this
Towson.
one I saw that more recently of somebody that was trying to appeal to the locals was DC, beat your feet.
You know what's really weird about that whole thing? He does a go-go version of that song anyway.
No,
So
it
why
was
just do this
terrible.
weird river dance thing in front of
Oh.
everybody?
My God.
And I knew some of the audience too, and they confirmed everyone was confused. It's all hell. I'm like,
Because he was trying to do it to the beat of his music.
it wasn't gonna
I was
work.
just like, yo, dude,
He
listen, do not pander to the locals like that.
No, don't do it.
Nope. No pandering. Obviously, some bands would say go buy our merch, but you guys don't have merch, so you don't say that.
No.
We're not tossing.
But man said-
we do.
If we have when we
Yeah.
have it, we're
do
like,
it's a limited
hey,
run,
we'll
actually.
see you.
We'll see you at the table.
Nah, no, we don't even say that shit. What do we
Mm.
we just know that they assume. Listen,
Thank you. It's like
what shows do you go to
Where there isn't merch.
where there isn't merch? And if there isn't merch, you know what people do? They look you up on Instagram and Facebook and they're like, let me just save your shit.
Which is
Exactly.
the next thing. How many bands say follow us on our socials? If they wanted to, they will.
Yep.
Yeah.
They know how to find you.
Wait. Yep. Sometimes I'll say it, sometimes I won't.
Yeah.
But but we didn't do it at all for the MLK.
Not anymore. Like
all.
no, we didn't have
We
to. It's
haven't
like,
done it in
at
years.
At first, yeah, it was more newer, but not so much now. It's kind of okay.
If you want to find us, you'll Google us. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll
exactly.
find us at some point.
we're not hard to find. You know, it's
But
kind of like
you know,
with podcasters that say like, share, subscribe. Like, why do they do that? They're going to do it anyway.
Also, I'm too fucking old for social media. Fuck that.
I am 47. How old are you?
I will be somewhere there.
So I'm the oldest
Some-
person here.
Yes.
Technically, you are.
Technically,
Yeah.
by age.
No,
and years
I
and
will
time.
cross over to the other side threshold where I have to start worrying about my health.
You had to get my colonoscopy
How about
last
this?
month,
I'm not
so.
going to say the age, but they're the same age, just born different parts of the year.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'll say. I'll put it that way.
No, I
80s
get that.
babies.
Yeah.
For sure.
She's February, I'm September. So same year, just like different parts of that year, but same age.
But also, you can say your age, John, and then everybody will figure mine out. So I'm a lady. Fuck that. I'm almost 40. I'll be 40 in February.
Yeah, fine, 39. That is age really
Not
fucking
even
slow.
40 yet. You're like a child. Like a child. By the time you hit 40, I'll be hitting 50 almost. I'm halfway dead. What are the odds I'm gonna
I
live
did
past
say that to my mom
94?
yesterday, and she was like, "Oh my God," she was terrified. I was like, "Mom, I'm closer." I said, "I'm closer to death than I am to birth," and she's
Yeah.
like, "She said I gotta go."
I mean, my grandmother's like 95 and still alive, so it's possible. But
There you
like,
go.
So is my grandfather's like 94, 95
Yeah.
actually.
but
Yeah,
like,
we might, with technology, we might be closer to birth.
Yeah, both our families have kind of dungaree DNA, strong genes.
Fair,
Yeah,
regardless of the
So
substances, vices.
this is where Danielle now has to have
Uh-oh.
has her side. So I hope you paid attention. We can't use any of those cliches.
All right.
John broke a string, and he did not bring a backup guitar, so he's got to change the guitar string. And you have to talk for a minute straight. And it doesn't matter what the title of the song is, because you're not allowed to talk about the song. And you're not allowed to say any of the things that we talked about in the cliches. So you can't thank people for being here. You can ask if everyone's having a good time. You can't say tip your bartender. You can't talk about the city. You can't talk about merch. You can't talk about socials, and you can't talk about the song. So you've got to talk for a minute straight about anything but that stuff. Because John broke his guitar string. And he's got to change it.
My bad.
Okay, I got it. I think I got it.
I'm going to give you a short countdown, so get your head together. Then you got a minute straight to go. And I'll set my timer here to make sure that you get it exactly like full minute.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, full fucking minute. I'm not letting you off of this. Like I'm not like estimating like I did with John, where I guessed it was 30 seconds. No, I'm holding you to like a full fucking minute.
Okay.
0.
All right, start that shit. Yeah.
Hey, has anybody seen Jenny? Where the fuck is Jenny? Can somebody locate her, please? Please. She needs to get up here. She's gonna be singing this next song with me. Can somebody fucking locate? Where the fuck is Jenny? No? Are y'all looking? I'm just kidding. My name's not Jenny. I'm Danielle. And this is Jenny Hates Techno. But look, I don't hate techno personally. However, it's not my favorite. And you know why?
It's techno.
It's just If I'm going it better be in the bedroom. Come on now, right? Let's go.
Proud pop.
Boom.
Wow.
Done. That was so well done.
I'm happy.
I'm hot. My ears are hot right now.
Right at the dome too,
So
by
much
the way.
pressure.
That was
Hey,
What a
awesome.
way to
you
end
aced
it,
that
too.
shit.
You're like, and like, better be
You
in the
aced
bedroom.
that shit though. You aced that shit. That was fucking gnarly.
Oh, that was fucking rad. Well done. But now I feel like I gotta actually play a song for everybody. So we're gonna play Remember Me for everyone here. So you can all hear another rad ass song from Jenny Hates Techno. It's their techno song, by the way. You're gonna hear a lot of oomph, oomph, oomph. And if I can get to the song to play, come on, song. Song play. Where'd you go? Here we go. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm talking about, guitar solo.
Thanks. Yeah, that was like there's one little lick in there that's actually now to old Zappa song called "He Used to Cut My Grass." That was like the little tremolo thing. I would love that
Yeah.
part in there, you know.
That was rad, dude. It was
Thank
rad.
you. Thanks.
I think that for me, that song was, it
fucking
only
Michael,
deserved
sorry.
one verse and one chorus. That's it. That's it. I wasn't going to do any more than that.
That restraint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold back, say what needs to be said, and no more,
Yep.
no less.
Yeah.
So, no, that was fucking rad.
Yeah.
So, what are your closing thoughts on stage banter, if you have any? What have you learned from today's episode? What is your exit ticket for the day?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. That's trauma. Trauma.
What is your exit ticket?
Oh,
Pretend you were in professional development and you have to respond what you learned. How valuable this was.
I'm still in instructional design. So, like, no. I feel like we're in the right amount of stage banter for what we're doing. I appreciate that, and I love the math that you said earlier.
Yeah, right. It's just about the right amount. If you're the band that nobody came to come see, if you're like one of the opening acts, or it's just like all local, like all the bands are pretty much equal, but you're all just like playing together.
The rule of the 5%.
Yeah, 5%, right?
Yeah.
Still around?
5% merch.
Okay.
Not 5%ers. Okay.
No,
See,
no.
And
Jacob
only one was
Danielson
the
Peace to the
that
gods and the
5%
earth.
rule.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, yeah.
RIP MF Doom.
So your
Okay.
shirt looks like a Waffle House shirt, but what is it really?
Wait, what?
Your
Your
shirt.
shirt looks like a
Oh
Waffle
no,
House shirt.
no! It's actually a shirt of reference to like a collar and elbow.
I
No,
can't
it just
see.
says
There
no,
we
it says
go.
collar and elbow one actually. You know,
Okay.
it's yeah, it's a long story. I'll explain later.
Okay. See, but that's I'm reading it and now I got to figure it out. All I'm looking at is Waffle House and thinking about hash browns.
I'll put it this way: I'm a huge wrestling geek, right? And before a match, the collar will lock up, right? And also, a lot of wrestlers tend to stop at Waffle House, so it's kind of an in joke.
Yep. No, that makes perfect sense.
So there you go. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I forgot the logo.
I forgot that we were doing this interview today. So I was supposed to get my hair done and I didn't. It's supposed to get done
I got
tomorrow.
my hair done today.
So I basically have a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt.
It actually looks pretty cool, actually, you know. It actually looks
Yeah.
pretty gnarly, believe it or not, yeah.
Thanks.
You look like you. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's cold up here, so I have a long sleeve shirt on, and I had him trim my hair to make it shorter because I wear so many knit caps that my long hair looked like shit every time I took it off. So I needed something shorter that was combable, but would it look like dick ass every time I took my hat off?
Yeah.
Talk about
Actually,
cold.
my
It
head
was
is-
like 55 today, dude.
Oh,
Down
55.
here is ridiculous.
My kid
Wait, where
missed
you at?
school yesterday.
Cold.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Wait,
yeah,
which part? Which part?
like Tampa.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's nice.
I was
Real
born
nice.
in Okaloosa County. I don't
I
know
have
hardly anything
no
about
idea
it.
where that
It's Fort Walton
Fort Walton Beach.
Beach.
Okay.
My old lead singer in Calling Dead, he was from Fort Walton Beach. I've been to Fort Walton Beach. I played shows in Fort Walton Beach.
Mm-hmm. Born and I have no idea any memories about it.
You don't want
Military
to
base.
know.
Anybody remember this place called Opalaka?
No.
Just asking.
Open.
Yeah, do.
Opalaka.
There's a lot.
What's
of
your
that.
exit
It's like a-
ticket, John?
My exit ticket is this right here. When it comes to stage banner, you actually introduce yourself. Just say just enough to keep people intrigued, but don't say too much to lose interest. You know,
Yeah.
find the right balance between the both. I'm trying not to stutter either. Unless you get the drummer to help
stuttering makes you human.
And especially if you have
True.
a stutter.
Mhm.
Only when nervous, but try to play it off with the drummer actually,
Yeah.
right? So you can do a little beatbox thing.
Uh,
All right. So like, all right,
Yes,
they're acting up. Let's do the Black Page. They're acting up right now.
Yeah.
Black Page, the first version.
Yeah, there were times where I would like just start playing a beat on my bass drum, and then I would like throw out like Paul Revere by Beastie Boys or something like
Ooh.
that, and someone had to say something. It was either that or get up on my drum stool and give myself an atomic wedgie. I did that in Berlin once.
You did a what now?
Give myself an atomic wedgie. I pulled my underwear up over my shoulders.
Wow.
That's a talent, I guess.
Yeah, it tore a little bit. The underwear.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That was wrong night. It could tear both.
Ooh. Yeah, well, I mean, it's almost as bad as the time. Remember, I was wearing these shorts, incredibly very short shorts. That
Auto bar.
and
right?
I stood on the drum
That was awesome, actually.
and the thing bitch started tipping over back towards me. So the drummer's grabbing it and playing at the same time. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
It worked though. Listen.
And I just hold on. I dropped down to get into a squat to like help it balance back out, and my ass cheeks fell out the fucking
Probably the first time
shorts.
in rock history that
And no, but what was the reaction? Everybody was.
they loved it
Oh my
because that was probably the first time in rock history that's a front woman basically was doing a slow twerk over an R&B rock song. So technically, it's a part of rock history.
Oh my god!
Awesome. I wish
I'm
I had
just
seen
saying.
that.
The footage is
Just
somewhere
say
deep in the archives.
The two hosts asked to marry me.
Yes.
Did you say yes?
On stage, yes, I did.
Uh,
I was like, "I'll have you both."
Right now, when we get off stage. Side stage, not so much. Side stage banter.
side stage.
That's what I
banter.
learned today. I learned today that side stage banter is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Raph doesn't want to sound like he's an old 90s hip hopper when he reads
I don't want to sound like a computer trying to sound like an old 90s hip hopper.
We just blame it on AI. It's
Exactly. Just blame it on AI.
It's always
It's like,
AI. Well, I could have AI read it next time.
You can't prove I'm not
that'd be
AI.
hilarious.
I think it's AI.
Well, thank you,
Hey.
everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. I had a really good time. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with Jenny Hates Techno and Wrath the Wise Guys, Wrath Self-Strip, and blah, 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 and me. Tuned into our next episode of next season. Love you all, and fuck yeah.